Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this lecture, I am going to teach you about what we have borrowed, imported, taken from different countries and what we have adopted in our constitution. So remember, one or two questions will be definitely asked. In a political system, if you are giving any of the exam, one or two questions will be asked in your exam, and make sure that you learn this. So starting from the first, the British Constitution. So from the Britain Constitution we have borrowed the parliamentary form of government, the single mode of citizenship, the cabinet system, the writs. We have 5 writs which are exercised by the High Court and the Supreme Court, parliamentary privilege which are given, rule of law and lawmaking procedure. Bicameral means two houses. We have the Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. At the union level we have both the houses. Parliament with the minister responsibility. So all these things we have borrowed from the Britain Constitution, and remember that if they ask all about the parliamentary form, the cabinet system and the ministry, so you are going to tick the answer or Britain Constitution. Okay. Apart from that, you need to learn rule of law, lawmaking procedure, writs. Remember, rule of law and lawmaking procedure, they both are different, they are not same. Then comes the South Africa Constitution. Okay, so we have borrowed the two things, the amendment what we have used in Constitution, and Raj Sabha election, the procedure of the election in Raj Sabha. Remember, Raj Sabha is the upper house and which cannot be dissolved, and 12 members are nominated by the president, but they do not take part in the election of the president. Okay, rather they take part in the election of the vice president. Then the Canada Constitution. So federation with a strong center. So we have the strong center and governor appointed by the center. It is appointed by the president and hold office in the pleasure of the president. Okay, and residue power with the center. Residue means whatever is left over is the power to the central government. Supreme Court advisory jurisdiction. Supreme Court exercises jurisdiction under Article 143. So 5 senior judges, they advise to president over any of the matter which is referred by the president to them, and they are not bound to give advice. Irish Constitution, the Ireland Constitution, the concept of DPSP, most asked question, election of president. So we have the procedure for the election of president. President nominate the member to the Raj Sabha. Okay, 12 members are being nominated. So all three are taken from the Irish Constitution. Then comes the Australian Constitution. So freedom of trade, commerce and intercourse. The concurrent list, we have the 3 lists. The 7th schedule define the list. So we have the union list, we have the state list and concurrent list. The concurrent list consists of the law which can be made by the center and state both. So joint sitting of the two houses was presided by the speaker, and it is given in the article 108. Okay. Soviet Union, USSR and Russia. What we have borrowed, the fundamental duties and idea of justice system. We exercise 3 types of justice: the political justice, the social justice and the economic justice. And 5-year plan, we have the 5-year plan. So these 3 things we have borrowed from the Soviet Constitution, that is the USSR, now is Russia. So if the question asks that from which constitution we have borrowed these things, and they will give the option Soviet Union, USSR, Russia, all 3. So you are going to take the answer of Russia. Remember, the correct answer is Russia, but in few books you will find USSR and Soviet Union as the correct option, but there is a mistake in the printing. So from the US Constitution, what we have borrowed, we have fundamental rights, the concept of public interest litigation. No, please note that the father of PIL is Justice P.N. Bhagwati. Independence of judiciary. Okay, judiciary is totally independent. Article 50 states that the separation of executive from judiciary. The concept of judicial review. The impeachment of president. Remember, the president can be impeached only on the condition that he violates the constitution. President as the commander of the armed forces. We have the armed forces was headed by the chief, but president act as the commander. Vice president as the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. Okay. Office of the president, vice president, function of the president, vice president, preamble, what we have preface of the constitution. Removal of judges of high court and supreme court judges can be removed by parliament on two bases, that is, first is misbehavior and second is incapacity. Okay, so it is a list of borrowings from the US constitution. Please note that few questions are only asked, and if they ask about the president, about the vice president, okay, about the judges, then you are going to take the US constitution. Apart from that, you need to learn the fundamental rights we have borrowed and independence of judiciary. Okay, Government of India Act 1935, we have borrowed the executive function, office of the governor, public service commission, the emergency provision and the judiciary. Please note that they never ask what we have borrowed from the Government of India Act 1935. It is irrelevant, but as the matter of knowledge, I have given this as an. So they never ask what we have borrowed from the Government of India Act 1935. From the Weimar Constitution, that is Germany Constitution. In few books you will find Weimar, in few books you will find Germany. The suspension of fundamental rights during the emergency. Okay. French Constitution, the idea of republic nation, that the head of the state is always elected, idea of justice, equality and fraternity. From Japanese Constitution we have borrowed the procedure established by law. Remember two more things, that law making procedure and rule of law we have borrowed from the Britain. Okay, and the procedure established by law we have borrowed from the Japan. Please do not confuse between all three of them. All three are different. Procedure established by law is the law on which Supreme Court run. Okay, and Sweden we have borrowed the concept of ombudsman. So it is a complete list, and if you have watched it, then tell me that the concept of PIL is borrowed from which constitution. Okay, and it is a complete list and question will be asked from this only, and I have made this video more comprehensive and appropriate for your convenience. Okay, so make notes. And so this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for listening. Make notes. Thank you all.